he always does.
Sehr geehrte Bauhausgruppen, wir laden Sie herzlich zu unserem
Someone actually asked in my previous video if the UFO 3 can take them to Mars. Unfortunately it can't, but it could rather take you to Skin Utopia. A month ago, I mentioned that ever since I turned 30, I started incorporating Forest UFO 3 into my skincare routine, and today I'm getting to work with them again. I got a couple of questions about it after the last video, so today I would like to introduce more in depth about this deep facial hydration device. First off, the UFO 3 is covered in a bacteria-resistant silicone body that is super soft to the touch and comes in 4 different fun colors. Here you have the universal button that turns the device on and off, and also lets you easily switch between treatment modes. Currently, my favorite mask to use is the H2O Overdose that has ingredients like hyaluronic acid, snow mushroom, ceramide, vitamin E, and B5. What you do is place the treatment mask onto the device and use this clip to secure it. And within just 2 minutes of treatment, you can get the benefits of 5 spa facials. How it achieves these benefits is through the combination of different therapies. With thermotherapy, the gentle heat infuses the mask ingredients into the deepest layers of your skin, while the cooling of cryotherapy shrinks the appearance of pores and makes your skin look firmer. There is a full spectrum of LED light to choose from to cater to your skin's different needs. For example, currently I'm using the blue light to counter hormonal breakouts, but usually I enjoy using the yellow light just to improve my overall skin tone. My skin has this tendency to be the worst during the spring season in Germany, because if you know Germany, you know that we have this term April weather, where the weather and temperatures can change drastically across the whole day. This year, the crazy spring weather is still ongoing, but my skin has never felt better. If you would like to give it a try, you can get 30% off with my link, and the first 50 people with the code 10cloudy can get an additional 10% off. A big thank you to Forio for partnering with me on today's video.
Will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost the hope.
Hey! Hey, hey! It has been about half a year since we last went thrifting, but this month we somehow managed to go on 3 consecutive Saturdays and I have so many beautiful things to show you. I have been on the lookout for second-hand hardcover books so as to fill out the top of our bookshelves. I work and edit all my videos on the dining table and I've been thoroughly enjoying the view of our bookshelves. Sometimes I turn on the radio or the vinyl player and it just sets the whole mood for a productive work session. The cherry on top, of course, is when Juno decides to nap right beside me. Anyway, recently I have been thinking about filling the top shelf with old books to give it a cozier library look. So I was really excited upon finding these old republications of Shakespeare, Goethe and Fritz Reuter. Something else that really excited me was seeing these huge stacks of National Geographic magazines that were all in English. I remember being so sad to leave my collection behind when I left Singapore, but it just didn't make sense to pack all the extra weight with me halfway across the world. After going through 3 huge stacks, I picked up the ones with titles that intrigued me, and now I'm realizing that most are features with animals. The oldest one I got was published in 1994 and the latest in 2007. At some point, I would like to do a gallery wall along our very plain stairs, so I've been collecting a lot of vintage art. Last Saturday, we visited our local flea market and I picked up these 3 paintings for 40 euros total. I simply cannot express just how much I love these watercolor paintings, and I just can't wait to hang them up around our home. I have had also a lot of luck with thrifting vessels of different shapes and sizes. We have a lot of dark corners around the house that aren't conducive for plants, so the green decor could be a fun way to add in something green to the space. This brass candlestick has beautiful intricate details, and the elderly lady who sold it to me said it's about 50 years old and originally from Paris. It is a very different style from the rest of our home, so I'm curious to see where this piece will end up.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be.